my favorite family, welcome back. If you're here for the first time, my name is Clarice and I'm the creator of Favorite Stationery. So this message today that I have written up, it is right on time because I will be talking to myself a lot through this, okay? So I'm helping you, but I'm helping myself too today, okay? This is one of those having to push through days, but I thank God for it. So the message for today, do not fumble your bag, okay? And I'm gonna ask you a question. What did God tell you to do? All right. Are you doing what he has told you to do? Are you stepping out on the first thing that God has told you to do? Stepping out without seeing the end of it or without having to make sense of it all. Have you been doing that? If not, you may be fumbling your bag. So, it's been over a year ago. I remember it as clear as day. I was sitting on my couch in my living room. And I have a budget board, or at least I had a budget board, right? You know, one of those whiteboards with the calendar on it. And at one point, I was the budgetnista. I was really keeping up with all of our bills coming in, and each month I would go in on this board and write out our goals and, you know, the bills that were due, like just keeping up with that. On this day, for whatever reason, I thought I had my dry erase marker. I didn't. So I took a permanent marker to this board, okay? And in that moment, I had written out for the whole month. It was so cute. I used to, you know, draw little things, keep it decorative, okay? And then I would set it up in the house. But yeah, I figured out, oh my goodness, I have put a permanent marker to this board. I have ruined this board. I remember it to this day because it was for August. And I was sitting there on my couch and God said to me so clearly, honestly, the first time that I've ever just truly heard him clearly, like the voice of God. God told me, he said, you won't need this board. You won't need a budget. And I was like, what that mean? Because that can mean a lot of things, like not necessarily good. And of course, this is my mindset back then. I was like, what does that mean? This thing stuck with me so good that I even told my husband about it. Like, I heard God say, I'm not gonna need this budget. I'm not gonna need this board. But something recently made me look up the definition for budget, and one meaning stood out for me, and it was inexpensive. So, you know, Michael and I, we have gotten on here and talked about how we've just kind of made it do what it do. We got together very young, and we've just made the best out of what we've had. So I'm not going to sit here and act like we haven't had to just take what was good enough for that time, not necessarily what we wanted. And we were and have been content with a lot of things that, you know, we've had, but we didn't necessarily want. But God has recently told me that there's going to come a time where, because I have been faithful, because Michael and I, we have been faithful to a few things, that we're going to be able to afford, okay, let me let him go by, that we're going to be able to afford what we want. Listen, that thing that you have held in your heart for months, for years, it is not out of your reach. If you have been obedient, rest assured, you're going to see God's promise. So listen, I've made up in my mind, I'm not fumbling my bag, okay? There is nothing that anybody can do to make me give up on what God has promised me. I'm just not gonna do it. You can try all you can, but it's just not gonna work. Listen, we have to know the voice of God, and we also have to be aware of the enemy. So when people or situations try to distract you or discourage you, try to delay you, understand that that's the enemy. And listen, we're not gonna let it work. And I come back to this again. What has God told you to do? Okay? What has He told you to step out on that you have yet to do? Are you trusting that God's going to deliver His promise to you? And are you fumbling your bag? Are you fumbling your own blessing because you're letting fear and doubt and all the things get in the way? Listen, I need y'all to be with me on this one, okay? We're not going to let anything or anyone get us off course. Listen to what God is telling you and know when the enemy is trying to distract you and take you off course. So consistently stay faithful, stay obedient. Because when God tells you something, when He promises you something, He means it. Do not fumble your bag. And that's what I have for you today. I feel better now that I've gotten through the message because I've really had to push today. But God is good. And hopefully this helped you today. I will see you next time right here at Favorite Stationery. Bye.
Like, share,